What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, getting down fresh out. You tune into another episode of one of our interviews. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Quit bullshitting. We have a very special guest today. We've been trying to get on the show for a minute. You guys have reached out to us, and we made it happen. We got Boskoe100 in the house, and we about to get to some business. So, Boskoe, man, tell the people a little bit about where you're from and how you grew up, man.
Well, I'm from Los Angeles / Inglewood, California. I grew up in Los Angeles, but like in my later teens, I moved to Inglewood, so that's where I adopted. That's the part of town I adopted as home and shit. Well, where I started banging at and shit. But yeah, basically I came up like a normal child, like basically like, you know what I mean, two parents in the home for the better part of my life until I hit I say when I hit like 12, 13, that's when my parents really broke up. And that's when I started like venturing off, trying shit out, like doing little shit. But basically my career started with juvenile hall though. You know what I mean? Like my first, like actually, the crazy part, ironically, this building that we actually in, this used to be a courthouse, and this is where I caught my first case at. Like, this was the first judge. I was in this same exact room right here. The judge was right there, and that's where I started. Like, basically, with the start of my career. I ain't gonna say my career, but the start of the negative part of my life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Would you say that the influences on the street kind of like took over at that point, you know, around 12, 13, you know, seeing the big homies and just what's going on in the neighborhood?
No, they definitely took over. Like, it was like, cause once my parents broke up, my pops moved to Mississippi, and I had initially went out there with him for a while, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean, it was too slow. It wasn't like, you know, I'm from LA, like, you know what I mean? So I had to come on back. But with my father being absent, that gave me that extra like leeway to kind of like explore for myself. So I hit the streets and, you know, I was mischievous. Like I ain't gonna say I was a bad kid, but I was mischievous and I was searching. Like, you know what I mean? I was searching, I was seeking, like type shit. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't out like to hurt people. I was out just discovering life and what it was really about. Type of shit.
I know around that age, man, for me, because I didn't ever meet my dad, but my mom had got a divorce, but it was trying to find an identity. So when I'm seeing other cats, you know what I mean, like the dope game was kind of popular back then, and dudes in the street, it's like I kind of wanted to emulate them. I was trying to find my position in the neighborhood. So it's like, you know, you start getting into things. What were some of the things you kind of got into that led you to kind of getting caught up in this courtroom?
Man, first of all, I think it started with smoking weed. Like, I started smoking weed, like, you know what I mean? So it started with, like, finding out where the weed was. And it was like, oh, yeah, he got weed. Yeah, I got some weed. We gonna smoke after school type of shit. So, you know, we did that. And then it went from that to kind of like, all right, we gonna steal some candy out the store. Like we hungry now. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna steal some shit out the store. Like, little bullshit. But then it got to the point where it's like, we need some money for weed. We need some money. So we started doing other little shit. Like we started like, I think like the first illegal thing I might have did was like breaking into cars. Like we used to just like bust the car window and just like, you feel me, run or steal car stereos type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Shit like that. And then after that just kind of progressed like, you know what I mean? It went from breaking into cars to stealing the whole car. Like, I remember I was 14 years old, and we had this dude at my school, they was coming to school. First of all, it was like about a week or two straight. These dudes was coming to school like in different cars. And we all like, what the hell? Like, why these niggas got all these different cars and shit? So I'm like, man, where you niggas getting all these whips? Like, nigga, we got the master key to the Toyota Camry. I was like, what? I was like, nigga, give me a key. So basically, I get me a key made or whatever. I get me a key made. And Nigga, I went ham. I took my key and I started like, you feel me? Once I got my first car, it was a wrap. So I used to go, I had a little twisted tape. Back then, everything was tapes and shit. So I had a little tape with twist on it. And I used to just get my tape and my master key and I'd go on one, like, you know what I mean? So I kind of, my master key shit. So I start stealing cars. And then that's where it began. I got caught the first time and it was like, tell your mom come get you, like, you know what I mean? So they called moms, moms came and got me, or whatever. And then I just didn't give a fuck. Like the first day out, next day I went to go get me another car, like, you know what I mean? So I ended up getting stuck. So that second time, they were like, nah, you gotta sit for a second. So I ended up spending like a month or something in juvenile hall, like a little over a month. Got out from that. And then what came next? Oh, after that, I said, all right, I'm gonna stop stealing cars. Like, you know what I mean? So I stopped stealing cars, but I still needed some money breaking in houses. So now we get to breaking in the houses in our complex where we live at. So we breaking in houses, flocking, whatever. Like, in the crazy part, we started doing that on accident. Cause like really we were just trying to fuck some bitches. Niggas trying to bust some cheeks right quick. Had a couple like, you know what I mean? We had a couple little ratchets, couple little thoughts. So we like, man, we trying to bust some cheeks, so we need somewhere to bust the cheeks. So we looking in the building, we come across a vacant apartment, or what we thought was to be a vacant apartment. So my boy like, look, the window cracked. So my boy opened it up. He climbed in there, go open the door. So we go in there, bust the cheeks, whatever. Nigga, after that, we kind of like walking around exploring. It's shit up in here, right? So I'm like, we get to looking at VCR, PlayStation, like, you know what I mean? So we like, oh shit. So we get to grabbing shit. I guess it ended up being somebody's house that somebody was moving into. It was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't vacant, but they wasn't moved in yet. I guess they had just started moving in. So, but like after that little come up, it was a wrap. We started being like, nah, we gotta go hit us a house. So then we got to hitting houses. I end up getting caught up for that. Then we end up caught up, and I go to camp, because now I done already went there for the stolen cars and shit. This time they like, so this time I get I think they gave me a short-term camp program that first time, a 3 to 4 month short-term camp program. But of course I went in there fighting and shit, turned that into 6 months. I ended up doing 6 months. So then I come home from that. After that, I'm chilling, whatever, I'm chilling. And then, so I start selling weed. I get to selling weed. You know what I'm saying? Regular old nickel sacks and shit. I start selling weed in the hood, fucking around. And then I end up getting bagged one day. I go to my Weed Connect. Shit was crazy. I go to my Weed Connect. I get like a half a pound. And for some reason, like, I usually just go get my weed and leave, but we chilling today for some reason. It's a Saturday. I'm like, fuck it. So me and my boy, we chilling. I get the weed. I'm like, fuck it. I go get some baggies. I sit there and bag the whole shit up. The whole half a pound, I sack it all up. So I got a whole half a pound sacked up, ready to go. The next day, we go through the whole day, chill, smoke or whatever. The next day, I'm on my way back to my hood. Police pull up on us, I get booked with a whole half a pound sacked up, right back to camp. This time, I get a long-term camp program, 9 to 12 months. I end up busting a year off of that. Come home, when I come home, I'm 17 now. When I got home, I get home it was like, when I got home, I came home like a month before my 18th birthday. I got out that June, right before June. I got out June 2000. A month before my 18th, I came home June 21st, 2000. June 21st, and my birthday, July 28th. So I came home, I was like right before my 18th birthday. So now, you know what I mean, I'm off that juvenile probation shit, now I'm an adult. Like, you know what I mean, my 18 kick in, now I'm a grown ass man. I think, how long was it before? It was cool though, like once I turned 18, I think I went a cool year and some change without a cool year as an adult. It was like a cool, I'm an adult now, you know what I mean?
You staying out the way.
You know what I mean? I got my life. I didn't stay out the way. I just wasn't getting caught up for nothing.
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
know what I mean? I was kind of chilling. I was pretty much chilling and shit. And what happened? I hit 19. Once I was a few months into being 19, and I caught my first adult case, a burner case. I got caught with a 38 special, old school 38 special. And I went to the county jail. I go to the county, and I sat in there. I sat in the county jail for about a month or so, fighting the shit or whatever. I ended up copping out to a little plea. I took what I take? Oh, just 30, what was it? 30 days, time served, and 3 years probation, 3 years formal probation. So I take that. I violated that shit so many times. I ain't gonna lie, like that formal probation, like that's what really sent me to the pen. Like once they got me on that formal probation,
They can come get you.
they whooped my ass on that. I ain't gonna lie, I caught so many violations, hanging with gang members, possession of, just like stupid shit, but just shit that a normal person wouldn't even go to jail for, but just me being on probation now, I kept going to jail, violating. So like, on the last little like one violation, they just violated me all the way. They violated my probation and sent me to the pen. Like you just fucking up. So I could they end up giving me the 3 years that they gave me on probation. They gave it to me in prison. So I ended up pulling the 18, you know, the 3.5. I ended up doing 18 months off of that. I went to Tehachapi. I pulled up to Tehachapi, Ironwood. Where'd I go that time? Tehachapi and Ironwood. I went from Tehachapi to Ironwood. It was cool, like, you know what I mean? I went in, I ain't gonna say I was nervous. I was a bit nervous, but I was like, honestly, in my back of my mind, I was always curious though. Like, you know what I mean? I was always, as a gangster, like, you know what I mean?
They
It was
have
like,
that badge to say like I've been to the pen.
yeah, cause it was like honestly, we was kind of like, it was kind of like that. Yeah, it was kind of like a badge or like a rite of passage, a rite of passage in a sense.
Yeah.
Cause like, you know how niggas used to come home, niggas be gone, nigga come home
On
for the
swole.
pen, on
Yeah,
swole,
yeah.
nigga that grew their hair out, all the bitches on them and shit. So it was like, damn, like as a gangster, it like yeah, it kind of like was like a rite of passage. So it was like, I didn't want to go, but I was always curious.
In the back of your mind.
Yeah, in the back of my mind, I was always curious as to what it would be like. And I found out 4 different times.
Now, the last time you went, what made it different? I mean, was there anything that impacted you different, or did you just look at it different, or?
The last time I went, it was 2008, and at that time I was like a little older. I was way more wiser. I was kind of like already exhausted with the jail and the prison system, and it was like I just had my first kids and everything. So I was like, at that time I was in a different space mentally and in my life though, but like I was just like, I was tired of going to jail. Like at that point I've been doing this shit my whole, like a better part of my life. So it was just like, I can't do this no more. And it was just like, that last little time, it was like, it seemed like it was, I had caught a DUI and ended up getting a parole violation. So I had to go back to the pen and they gave me 5 months flat. And that shit seemed like the longest time ever. I was like, and I was in the pen on the yard, but it just seemed so long. It was like, I just knew, like I said, I ain't coming back to this shit. Like I used to talk to my cellie. My cellie had 13 years, but he was a nigga that I knew from the city. He was from Inglewood too. And we used to just talk all the time and shit. He had a few more years to do after I left, but we used to always talk, and I was like we used to just talk about what we was gonna do, and I was just like, man, I ain't doing this shit no more. Like,
You kind of seen
like
it for what it is.
I saw it, like, and I just acclimated in my life. Like, I'm just like, I'm not doing this no more. Like, I ain't coming back.